actually wanted to ask you, can you explain where your name came from?
Hoodrich Pablo Juan. Uh, Pablo Juan came from my mama. She named me PJ. You know what I mean? Pablo Juan. But Hoodrich, that kind of developed because as I was growing up in the streets and doing what I was doing, I was always like I was watching Scream, Rip, all them. They first started off as like DJs and they had the CD press. Now CD game used to make $1 million. You know what I mean? So I'm watching them getting money. I used to trap. I used to like, well, yeah, trap. I'm gonna say that. I used to trap like at one of the booths they had going. Hoodrich Kickstand had the booth. And like, I used to tell him like, I'm selling little shit, but I'm like, bro, you realize buying these CDs home was making like, how much money he was making? Boy, he was making maybe $5,000, $6,000 a day back in the day. Just by people having everything people want, mixtapes. New Future Future did his CD by Screen. Or whoever, Young LA, all these folks, they were going through the DJ back then. The DJ had the CDs selling the fuck out of them. So I kept knocking at the door till I finally went up to Counter Road Flea Market one day, and I went in there. I took the CDs they had. The first day I had them, I made like probably $1,000 profit. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of, I don't know. I always got around the music. Like when it come to Hoodrich, I stamped myself Hoodrich because that was one of the first ways I learned to be an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? Like I was selling a CD, probably buying them for $1, making $3.33. So, and they were selling without asking. Like people running up, I just was there. You know what I mean? And like when you say world star and all them, the internet and shit, that's one of the things that slowed it down. Slowed that shit down. I had to moved on from it. But I was always Hoodrich, cause once I did that, I was buying Bally shirts, Gucci shirt, Gucci shoe. I'm buying everything I want. Robin Jean back in 13, True Religion. I'm doing it back in the day when I was young. So I was basically Hoodrich. So when I carried on, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to rap too, cause I was selling the fuck out of they shit. Everybody was selling they shit. And they were like this hood run up, regular your friend. Boy, you ain't got that OJ the Jew, man. Or you ain't got that new goo out so icy. So I'm like, damn, after the shit went dry and they weren't really selling, I had to moved on, but I always thought like, damn, I want to be on the CDs instead of selling. Cause I probably ain't do it that long, maybe a year or so. But I ended up saying I want to be on these motherfuckers, and cause I just felt like that shit piped up. I ain't gonna lie, I felt like rapping was piped up. They getting free money to goddamn express yourself.
So you were kind of just talking about it, but were you sort of in the rap scene of Atlanta before you were actually rapping yourself?
Yeah, hey, yeah, because that's another part why I call myself Hoodrich. When it come to like DJ Scream and Spins, I always hung with them when I was young. And as I was hanging with them, the money I had from what I was doing, I might come like valley to the flow. You see what I'm saying? I used to roll blunts called Longway before I even knew Longway. There was 3 cigars I put together. You know what I'm saying? 2 Chainz stole that, but we gonna hold that down. He called them the Extendo. See, I wasn't rapping back then. That's why I ended up rapping. So I used to hang with Spins. We just kicking our pimping, going to get girl, getting drunk, whatever, we were young. But it's like, even Spins will tell me like, bro, you need to do this shit. Like, you doing everything these folks talking about. You got a song coming out like Future saying, I wear Gucci Ballet at the same time. He looking at me like, you really wear that, bro? Why you don't get in there? So it just kind of, I started out, when I started rapping, it was because of Hoodrich, you know what I mean? Because what I had learned from the industry and being around them. And then another thing, I was also like, I used to just hang with Rip. Like he picked me up when I was young. I'm in the hood. Hey, I ain't got nothing going on. Rip picked me up, came smoke some perk with me, bought me some Kroger chicken. You know what I mean? I'm young, 16. I'm looking like, damn, he real as a motherfucker. You ain't had to do shit for me. I'm hungry. You just got me super geek. Now I'm sitting in your car looking stupid. You know what I mean? He wasn't really trying to kick me out. He understood. So I just kind of, I picked him up like my family. And I always with Hoodrich.
So I want to ask you about some Atlanta cats.
Go ahead.
So what's your relationship with Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy cool. I think he crazy as a motherfucker, man. That my dog, man. Anybody crazy needs it, you know what I'm saying? Shit, only thing I don't respect is him talking about Quavo, because that's my real brother, so when he did that, I had to just let him be crazy on his own. But it ain't no disrespect, ain't no beef. It's just, I ain't gonna be in the, I ain't got to knock you out for Quavo, because I know the Migos personally. Like, they're my brothers, I done fist fought with them before. Them niggas gonna get your ass theyself, you know what I'm saying? I ain't nothing to worry about. I just stay out of it because you doing things that violate.
And how did you initially link with Peewee Longway?
The streets. I used to come knock on Peewee door when I first got out of jail and got down. Like Peewee was the plug. Peewee, you know what I mean? Peewee was Longway. Peewee used to know everybody, whether it was through streets or rap. Cause he used to have act, you know what I mean? Back when act was act, so. It's just like, nigga, I used to swing the door and goddamn, you know what I mean? I walk in, I'm from the whole other side of town, but I used to just kick normal to them. It's a whole bunch of Crips or whatever. I come in, what's up, big cuz, and just, just kicking it with folk to the point where they were like, Shawty stay down, they seeing me what I'm doing and how I'm coming up. So, you know what I'm saying, how I dress and everything, they just picked the liking to me. You know what I mean? One day, Peewee just really was like, shit, come with me on the road, goddamn. You'll probably dab them folks out. Cause I would listen to his music. And I would just, you know what I mean, just having fun with him. He was like, you know what, you need to come on the road with me. So I just went on the road, just tried it, you know what I mean? And I grew to liking, like, I ain't gonna lie, some of that shit I felt like was meant to happen, cause when I'm seeing what you doing, I'm looking at it like, damn, this shit amazing, I gotta do this. And it motivated me or strived me to go on and do what I had to do to get in that position.
So you did that joint with Peewee in 2013?
Nah, I think that's when I was going around kicking it. When African Diamond came out, maybe 14, maybe 15.
Okay.
It was one of them songs that I did, and I was trying to tell, like everybody tell you that's when they first started picking on me. But I was trying to tell everybody like, bro, I ain't never, you know how you finally like something? Like, I ain't never liked nothing. I was like, bro, you gotta listen to this. This is one of the hardest songs Peewee got. Fuck what I got. This the hardest song Peewee got. I'm trying to tell these folks, like, when Peewee dropped this tape, they gonna be the hardest one on there. Nobody listened, bro. When that motherfucker came out, that's all they were talking about. Like, what the fuck? That motherfucker hard. And it was weird. It was different, you know what I mean?
So after that song with Peewee comes out, like what comes next? Like how do things start taking off from there?
I always was a person like I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you like this. When it come to Atlanta, a lot of people that you think are stars was already friends. Like me and Metro Boomin, let me think of somebody, Migos, who done blew up? It's just a lot of people I can't even think, even Jeffrey, you know what I mean? Like everybody who was coming up out of Atlanta, we already done went to high school or the club together, so it wasn't that major to us. When one person come up, we salute you, and we look at it and strive for that, but it's like, that's how I already knew everybody in the rap game, so when African Diamonds hit, it was kind of like they never knew I rap. Nobody knew I rapped until I did that. And that's when it brought everybody attention, like, boy, I heard you on that shit, boy, we finna go crazy, let's do something. I just kept doing shit. And then I one of them people who I was like, nigga, I ain't trying to run off African Diamond. Fuck that, nigga, it's time to make 30 of them, you know what I mean? So I just working.
So was that the moment when you realized like this is it, this is what I'm doing in life?
Yeah, that, and when African Diamond came out, I hit a dice game. Shout out to Lil Baby and Offset, cause it was back then. I had to hit a dice game in the house. We was all at, me, Peewee, Lil Baby and Offset. That back when Offset them fur was getting their little shit. I had a hit for like 10,000 and jumped out the window. Told them, oh yeah, I'm finna go to the bathroom. Jumped out the window. So when African Diamond came out, me and Peewee went to goddamn, you know, we high top, low top, Da Vinci. I'm just blowing me a nice little check. I had done bought a watch, I had done bought a chain, a little earring, just shit like that. So I was trying to bring shit true, you know what I mean? Instead of just having African Diamond, I'm trying to really have some little, you know what I mean, some pieces on.
So you said you started taking rap serious after the Red Dogs raided your home.
How you know that?
I read it in an interview.
Nah, for sure though. Ain't nothing wrong with it, cause I don't do nothing, so I ain't incriminate myself.
Well,
everybody
so
I know
I'm not.
rap.
So yeah, I'm not from Atlanta. So what are the Red Dogs? Can you explain what
The
the
Red
Red Dogs
Dog,
are?
damn, I wish I could goddamn tell you the exact name for it. They not trying to say, I'm trying to break it down. They had a reason exactly what every letter meant. Like R meant this, but I can't think of it right now because I don't think they exist anymore. They probably shut them down, but I don't know. But it's basically like Red Dogs is strictly a drug team in Atlanta. Like they a team that they ain't gonna come regular police, they gonna come Red Dog. Dogs, guns ready, cause you know, you swinging your door with the gun and all that, they gotta come ready. So the Red Dog, and it wasn't even that type of party though. But it wasn't that type of party, but when they caught me, they took everything I had and it was kind of a setback. Like I was in the loft right there by Thumbs Up. It wasn't nothing like that, but I was smoking every day. It wasn't even a trap. But the house above me was like the house that they show everybody, the Curtis apartment. So they just kept telling us stop smoking, and we ain't start smoking. So the Red Dog came in there like we was selling drugs, but we wasn't. I ended up beating that case or whatever, but it's like that's what let me know I ain't even trying to deal with them folk. How they just came in the house 100 deep for me smoking a blunt, like. I don't want to have a brick, shit. So I just started rapping, you know what I mean? And I knew I can get out that situation. It's situations you can't get out of sometimes. I done been in them.
So that was the thing that put it over the top.
Yeah, it was like I gotta go and do something that's gonna make me last out here. Like I don't wanna get money and be gone or don't be here to spend it. So
I got you.
It's longevity.
So what was it like to work with the Migos? And you said you know them, but
like Migos.
What's it like being in the studio with them?
Them motherfucker crazy, man. Them motherfucker go right in the booth, 10 minutes, get right out. Hardest verse you done heard. And when they first came out, there was a new trend. You gotta remember, Migos the first person to say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at them folk when they used to go on the booth like, boy, y'all crazy. But, you know, I fuck with the Migos. I definitely respect their progress and how far they done came.
Yeah. And you said you have a project with Metro Boomin coming out?
Yeah, man, Blow the Movie. Me and Boomin got a lot more than the project on the way. Y'all just stay tuned. Pablo Buminati. We locked in forever, that my brother.
That's dope. And my last question is, what's coming next for you, besides all those things we already talked about?
It's a lot going on. Right now we making Money Power Respect the brand bigger than what it is. I got like 5 albums already done in the cut. Ain't no telling which one to drop. It's all about how I feel, or, you know what I mean, the energy I feel like going with. But just know it's definitely gonna be different types of music, different styles of music. You know, we getting flyer and flyer, so don't never think, nah, we coming with it. Keep your eyes open, you know what I mean? Keep your ears open.